Coach Drew.
Generational patterns. We have repeated unhealthy generational patterns in our families because we have unhealed wounds. I talk a little bit about that on the 100 Huntley Street men's panel with a few guys that I've really grown to admire. We also talk about two elements that are essential in order to break free of those patterns. Take a look.
Friend psychotherapist Dr. Andrew Blackwood. He works with families, with parents, with children. Andrew, in your practice, you deal with all kinds of families. The breakdown of the family unit, what kind of effect does that have?
Sometimes there's not a lot of healing for that woundedness that they experienced when they were younger. So they're still living that out without having an awareness of how that's impacting the next generation. And that's why I talk a lot about the healing, being able to be healed and being able to do differently than what was done with you or for you or even to you.
And I think you'd agree with this, Andrew. The thing that we want to model is humility and forgiveness.
When you go with a gift offering just to address their hurt, leaving your explanations aside, it is the most powerful extension that you can make.
The art of a genuine apology is by far one of the most healing gifts I've seen. But you can't give that gift to the next generation without humility and forgiveness. Now, I really believe family hurt will be passed on unless we turn and we address those wounds that we have. The answer to changing generational family dynamics will always be addressing those wounds. Simply blaming our current partners or our kids, that's not going to move us forward. That's not going to help us to stop that pattern. If you watch any of my previous videos or you've seen me speak at an event, you'll hear the topic of humility come up again and again because I've found that it is one of the things that helps us appreciate our human condition. The fact that we are vulnerable to hurt, and because we're not perfect, we're going to hurt the ones we love. It's going to happen. But just because we're hurt, that doesn't mean the relationship has to end. I'm watching a couple reconcile after being apart for more than a year. I love what I do, and it's such an honor to see people re-engage. But humility helps us re-engage without blame. So my question to you, can you move forward without forgiveness? And can you truly forgive without humility? I want to know what you think. Leave me a comment below. When we start to think about detangling that messy web of unhealthy family interactions that get passed down, there are three questions that come to mind that I think are really important to answer. And that's what we're going to get into in the next video. So be sure to subscribe and click that bell so you know when I post it. Until then, continue to learn, heal, and grow. Oh, and don't forget, you can always check out my website, www.coachdrew.ca. Sign up for my newsletter or my blog so you can stay in the know.